What a deck!
Hello and welcome to What a Deck, where we play troll decks, rogue decks, and whatever the hell I feel like. I'm Hardleg Joe, and today we're looking at Galaxy-Eyes Felgrand, as brought to you by Patreon sponsor Walter Kelly. Yes, once again, this is a Patreon-sponsored episode. They've been coming more and more popular lately. And he specifically requested a Galaxy-Eyes deck. The Felgrand stuff I threw out of my own volition, but there's some synergy between there. It's kind of a toolboxy deck. It makes a lot of these really big Ixie monsters, and a couple other things. Some things that I normally don't use, but I'm starting to warm up to them a little bit. So, if you're just interested in the deck profile, if you just want to see how this thing works, I got a 10-minute video in the description, where I'm just going to go over everything in here and how it works together. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing 10 duels against random opponents on YGOPro. We're going to test this out and have some fun. Okie dokie, here we are, first duel versus Hixanthine? Interesting name, hard to pronounce though, so I'm docking it some points for that. We've got our Galaxy-Eyes sleeves, a little bright, a little blue, but I like them. This deck has gone through a lot of evolutions as I've been building it. Originally, it didn't have quite so much quite so much Felgrand stuff in it. It's mostly pure Galaxy-Eyes. Ended up changing a little bit as it went on. I think for now we're just going to make our opening play is going to be Paladin of Felgrand. If you don't know, when you summon this, you can just attach a dragon from your deck straight to it. And we're just going to pick Felgrand for now, because we've already got this in our hand. You could really attach any of them. Really, the whole point of this is just to get your... You want to get your dragons in the graveyard. This is a big graveyard deck. So, equipping that to him, it doesn't actually do anything. Well, it does do something. It makes it so, let's see, when this is equipped, it's unaffected by other monster effects. So, the 1700 beater is unaffected by monster effects, which comes up from time to time, but mostly this is just here to bring this out, and then once he gets destroyed, I'll have a Felgrand in the graveyard. Ah, it looks like we're playing against another Photon/Galaxy deck. I did not think to use that. That's actually good. I may have to put that in the side deck at the end. Oh, you can't normal summon or set the turn you do that, though. So he's going to get his Photon Dragon. Will he be able to summon it, though? No, it's not looking like he'll be able to summon it. Yes, I see. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to activate this by sending our Galaxy-Eyes to the graveyard. Galaxy Soldier you can summon by discarding any light monster. And when it is summoned, you can add another Galaxy card from your deck to your hand. We will, of course, take another Galaxy Soldier. We're going to summon this one by sending our Galaxy Wizard to the graveyard. And this is how most people make Cyber Infinity Dragon these days. If anything on this deck is up for being banned, it's that. So here's the cool thing. If you control a Photon or Galaxy, you can normal summon this without tributing. He's 8 stars. And he will summon a Galaxy-Eyes from your graveyard. Bada bingo. So let's go ahead and make that dang old nemesis of mine. Which, I mean, I'm using the I can't not make this. Because this is useful just in general, because you could special summon it and then normal summon Galaxy Knight. And then we'll make these two. We'll go ahead and make our Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon, which we can then rank up into Galaxy-Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, which is a decent stepping stone. It can detach to destroy a face-up monster. He doesn't have one. But we're going to go ahead and then go into Galaxy-Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. Now, when this guy is summoned, I could send 3 dragons from my deck to the graveyard. We're going to pick our 1 Keeper of the Shrine, who's a little bit of recovery. We're going to pick our Felgrand, and we're going to pick Arkbrave Dragon. That'll be important if he survives this. And then he has to banish 3 cards from his deck. He can do any 3. Let's see. And then, what does he have in his graveyard? I could go all in, but I'm still worried that this is like a Burying Mirror Force or something. So, we're going to test... Oh wait, no, I can negate whatever with Cyber Infinity Dragon. But that's fine, I could still call... Yeah, 4,027, this, I can negate whatever, and then I can just call the Haunted one of these back and attack. So there you go. This is a very OTK sort of oriented wombo combo deck. Once you get the right hand, and you could see sort of like the toolboxy elements, like usually you're not going to be able to make all that, but if you make one or two, you're still pretty decent. So let's go ahead to the second duel and see if we can win again. Well, here we are in the second duel versus Gladiore! Sorry if that peaked the mic or anything. We're going to go second because we like to attack with this deck. It's not as good of a defensive deck. It has its defensive plays, but they're not the best. They're decent. They're decent. And of course, in the second duel, I've got to make my little plug time. Just looking at my watch, yep, it's time to plug the Patreon. If you want these sleeves that are here, if you want the deck file for use in YGOPro, if you want the negation, not only for this deck, but for every deck I've ever made, they're all on the Patreon. If you donate $1 or more, you can get all the things. I also have a Facebook. If you go there, once the sleeves and stuff become a year old, I post them there. So you can get old sleeves there. I occasionally do updates and stuff like that. And if you join the Patreon, you get all that stuff. So there you go. Plug out of the way. Successful. Looks like he's playing some sort of Evil Swarm deck with a Pot of Desires, which I am not a fan of. And again, we're just going to... He's the only way we have of getting out our Galaxy-Eyes at the moment. And Galaxy-Eyes is key to this deck. It functions with all the other things. So for right now, we're just going to attach him with the Galaxy-Eyes and hope that he can't make Ophion next turn. Because that will suck. Of course, we've got this Forbidden Chalice, so we could stop him from special summoning something, hopefully. We'll just see. We're waiting. I think he's trying to decide if he should negate this effect or not. So it's I like this card because it's a really interesting effect. It's not quite a whatchamacallit. It's not quite like a Foolish Burial. It doesn't put it directly in the graveyard, so it's a little more difficult to make plans. Ooh. I wonder if I'll still be able to equip that. Nope. Well played, sir. Well played indeed. That's going to put me at a little bit of a disadvantage. Unfortunately, I could have made Galaxy-Eyes right there. I could have tried to make Galaxy-Eyes. He would have blown up my Galaxy Soldier with Yuki Asagi. But that requires me to discard two different monsters. So I would lose both of those, and then all I would have is a 0 defense on the field, and this in my hand. So we're going to stop him from making Ophion by negating this effect. He cannot normal summon again. If you don't know, Ophion is the Evil Swarm sort of go-to boss monster. It says you can't special summon monsters with over 800 attack. And our negation, well, I guess you just can't negate that effect. Don't I feel stupid? I thought you could negate that effect. Someone will have to explain that to me. Because even if this is continuous, I should be able to negate it. That's weird. I don't quite understand. Yeah, our negation is, you can't see it from this, it looks better on my side, but it's a, whatchamacallit, it's the Cyber Infinity Dragon. Well, let's see. Level 5 or higher monsters cannot be special summoned. You can detach to add an infestation. If you don't know, they have an infestation spell card that says, they cannot, like, Evil Swarm monsters are unaffected by spell traps this turn. So this thing is really difficult to get rid of. And it's a quick play spell card. Because you can't just, like, Raigeki it, it'll do that. And you can't summon over level 4. Of course, these days it's a little easier. A lot of people have access to Utopia the Lightning. When this first came out, like, the only way to get past this was to make a, Gem Knight Pearl, because it had 2600. But they can usually make one of these every turn. Fortunately, I may just be able to do something. Because I've got this Summoner Monk. Well, they're going to be drawing a bunch of cards. Well, not a bunch of cards. They're going to be drawing 2 cards. But I have to find a way to get over this. Yeah. Put this out. use that effect. And we're going to put Arkbrave Dragon on here. God damn it! Every time! Why you gotta be such a dick? Why can't you be a dude? Could have been a dude. Granted, I could have done something without an effect. I just didn't think he wouldn't have his second one there. That's fine. I guess he didn't want to draw more cards. He was going to be drawing all sorts of cards. It's going to be like Discount Card Warehouse. Yeah, this thing lets him shuffle a Illswarm monster into his deck and pull out another one. So he could probably make another Ophion, at which point I'm just like all around screwed. So I think we're going to mark this one down as a loss. Of course, this is the anti-meta deck to be. This is if you want to get rid of... If you're tired of Blue Eyes, which so far Blue Eyes aren't really that bad as the meta deck. Like, I feel like I have a chance when I fight against Blue Eyes. It's just a one-sided beatdown. But if you really just want to screw them over, Ophion's the way to go. If they can't summon any of their level 8s, any of their Blue Eyes, they're done. And unfortunately, this has many of the same weaknesses that Blue Eyes and the Felgrand decks have. Because your entire thing is to summon level 5 and level 8 monsters. You do have a little utility with these level 4s, as you saw, but getting screwed over by Ghost Ogre. Just that double Ghost Ogre madness. So yeah, we will see you in the next duel, unless I top deck some sort of magical mystery bus. So there we are, that third duel versus Ifrit, which if I remember correctly is some kind of demon name. I don't be trusting no demons, I tell you what. Oh. Oh. Sorry, I'm just making weird sounds now. We've got a Tenki on the scene. Could it be Boojins? No, he's actually playing Fire Fists. Interesting. I wonder if they stand a chance. Well, he's got a 13-card extra deck, so maybe he's just playing an old one? No, Fire King Island. Okay. So he might be Fire Kings with Wolfbark? Does Wolfbark work in Fire Kings? Guess I'm about to find out. Fire Kings and Hazy Flames are on my list of decks to make that I really kind of like want to experiment with, but I keep getting hit with either new stuff coming out that I really want to look at, like the Cubics, or just a deluge of Patreon requests. Everyone wants the Patreon requests. I should say this is Walter's second request. His first one was Rainbow Neos Turbo. Which, let me see, let me read this real quick. Make sure he can't do stuff. Because I've got a really good hand right here. I tell you what. What we're gonna do. Let's see. This might not work the way I think. No, this is okay. So we'll get that, and we'll add a dragon. That'll be kind of cool. And then this Galaxy Expedition, if you control level 5 or higher Photon, summon another level 5 or higher Photon. So we're just going to pick our other Galaxy Soldier. Because why not? And then we'll just go ahead and make the thing that everyone hates, the bane of existences, the Cyber Infinity Dragon. Oh, still feel dirty, just trying. We'll do that. Yay. And then we haven't normal summoned yet, so we'll go ahead and get this out. Because when else are we going to use this? And we will get the Galaxy from our deck. Because if we can get one in the graveyard... I probably could have done more if I'd put stuff in the graveyard. There are some combos and stuff, especially with... Well, I already showed it on the first duel with Galaxy Knight, summoning out Photon Dragon from the graveyard. And this thing, if you don't know, is basically tribute, special summon one Galaxy-Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. So even if he blows this all up somehow. Special summon one beast, winged beast, or warrior. Its effects are negated. Okay, yeah, you could do that. Because it can't kill this. If it kills this, it'll just go into my thing. Into my graveyard where I want it. And then if it summons back out of the graveyard, I can negate its effect then when it tries to blow up the whole field. And until then, I'll just save my things. Oh, well, I'm not gonna allow that. Wait, will that put me below 27? Fuck, I didn't think about that. I may have just goofed. No, it'll put me at 27. Okay, so he could suicide into this, and then he might have a chance. No, he just surrendered. Oh yeah, because if he suicides into it, it won't be destroyed. If you don't know this thing, if it's destroyed by a card effect, it'll be summoned again during the standby phase and blow up all monsters on the field. But if he suicides into this, it'll be destroyed by battle, so it won't get special summoned. So we win again, and I'll tell you about Rainbow Neo's Turbo in the next duel. Oh, well then, it looks like we're going against Flan in, what is this, the 4th duel? Looks like the 4th duel. 4-ish. But yeah, I was saying, he had requested Rainbow Neo's Turbo, and then if that didn't work, then a Galaxy-Eyes deck. Looks like we're playing against super heavy Samurais. Okay. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and do a neat trick. So, we can get Galaxy Wizard. This can you either tribute it to search any galaxy, or increase its level by 4. We're going to do the increase the level by 4, because now we control level 8 or higher. Which means we can get our Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. Which means we can make Tachyon Dragon. Which means we could stack Full Armor Dragon. Which I'm not sure if this is OCG only. I guess I should have looked that up. We'll go ahead and use its effect to destroy a monster on the field before summoning this on top of it. Dump the things into the grave. That and that. The 3 important things that we pretty much just play one of. That's the whole reason Felgrands are even in this, because of this, because you have to send 3 dragon types. And originally I kept making this, but I didn't have dragon types to send into the graveyard, so I just splashed in some Felgrand stuff, because if you summon it from the graveyard, and I already have a bunch of things that summon from the graveyard, then they're in for a bit of a tricky pickle. And I've already normal summoned, and I don't quite think I want to go all in yet. Because Super Heavy, they can OTK, but they can OTK into a monster. It's better to have this 4,000 attack point. Just do half his battle damage. Set that, your go. So, Rainbow Neo's Turbo, because... Oh, I'm sorry, 1 second, I got more stuff. Standby phase. We'll just go ahead and use Arkbrave Dragon. Because if this is sent to the graveyard, during the next standby phase, special summon a dragon from your graveyard. When Felgrand Dragon is summoned from the graveyard, you can banish a card on the field or the graveyard, and he gains attack equal to its level times 100. So this will just go up to 31, and he won't have something in the graveyard. Really good if they have something on the field, especially something that can't be destroyed. Of course, you have to target it, which is not great. But it's still pretty good that, like, if you can make this, that automatically means you get a Felgrand and a Banish next turn. And when this thing is summoned from the graveyard, you can banish all face-up spell traps. Not good against super heavy Samurais, but against, you know, things that actually use summons. Or not summons, things that use face-up spell cards. We're just going to go and attach that. And then, I mean, as long as this can be destroyed by battle. This is normal or special summoned. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay. Fortunately for me, I have Forbidden Chalice that can negate its effect. Then I'll kill it with that. Oh. I wasn't aware. Usually I just attack directly. Okay, if this destroys a monster by battle, it can special summon a level 7 or 8 dragon-type monster in your graveyard. I'm just learning things all... Like I said, most of the time, I just summon this out, banish stuff, and then attack directly for game. I rarely destroy a monster by battle with that. I guess I should look more in depth. Kind of makes me look like I'm an idiot a little bit. Okay, 5th duel already moving at a brisk pace versus Lee. Sounds kind of French. We're hopefully going against Monarchs and not some kind of stall deck. We have Shit for Hands. Just all sticky. Terrible. And hopefully maybe this will give me a chance to actually finish the story I started, what, 4 duels ago? Not really a story, just because he requested the Rainbow Neos Turbo, and that's actually one of the most requested decks I get. From a lot of different people, actually. And I just want to say, like, I made it. I sat down, I actually made it. I can get out Rainbow, like, 50% of the time, I have an opening hand where I can get Rainbow Neos, which, if you don't know, is a really big fusion monster with, like, 4,500 attack, and it can do a lot of things, but it's just not quite... It doesn't have any protection, is the thing. And it only won, I'd say, like, 1 in every 20 duels. Like, there was a chance if I played it on this, that it would not even go, like, it would not win anything. It would be, like, the least winning deck in history. And I keep having people tell me it's good, and I look up, and you can do an OTK with it. But it's still just really boring. Like, all you do, like, you have to commit so many resources to just doing that. And I went for this rank 4 play, and I didn't realize that maybe I don't have anything for, interesting to make with rank 4s. But I was talking about that. But at least I got that out. You know, I've been wanting to say that for a long time. Just in a public place and be like... I mean, if you want to donate and you want to make me make that episode, go for it. Like, I'm not going to stop you, but it's going to be a pretty bad episode. Not going to be the most interesting of things. We're, of course, using... Well, then. He just killed all my stuff. Good thing I still have this. I probably should have made that, the 101 first. Cosmic Cyclone? Huh. What can do? Let's see, if this is Special Summon... Add 1 Galaxy. So he has no cards in the graveyard. That's probably going to be my best bet. I don't think its effect went off, though. It's interesting to see people finally playing that. This is one of those ones that's gonna... People are saying it's going to replace MST. I don't think so, because it cost 1,000. Even if it does banish a spell trap. Like, that's good, considering, like, the meta is shifting towards spell traps. Like, every spell trap has additional effects that you activate by banishing from the graveyard. Well, that's not useful. But I think it should have just been, like, banish 1 spell trap. So let's go ahead and use this. Well. Sad face. We may just be... That is another thing. I have a lot of people ask me also, like, why don't you play one-ofs? I think I've been through this a few times, though. But that's one of the reasons, like, you know, if this deck wins now, it's not because this deck, like, say I'm like, I'm going to make a cool Abyss Actor deck, and then I make all this stuff. Yeah, they're a Pendulum deck, so Forbidden Chalice. I'd rather save that and blow up his scales. But, like, he's not really showing off the power of Abyss Actors. Like, even if you just want to take off, like, yeah, this is a luck-based game, like, you're going to have lucky plays and lucky draws and stuff. Maybe me saying doing one-ofs on, like, a moral level just because it's all luck. Maybe you could shoot down that argument. But from an argument of, like, making the show interesting, like, I'm trying to show off a Galaxy deck. If this Galaxy deck wins because Solemn Strike and Torrential Tribute kill my opponent's monsters before they can battle... I'm not really showing off how good Galaxy-Eyes are. I'm not showing what they can do. Like, any deck would win under the same circumstances. So it's the same thing here. It's like, are Abyss Actors good? I don't know. So far, they're only winning because of a well-timed Torrential Tribute. Okay. So, I'm gonna get rid of this Forbidden Chalice. Kill these. It has effects when it's destroyed. I should have read that, but there's so much text. There's just, I can't be wasting that time. Oh, he just gets another one. Either way, for now, we're just going to tribute and grab ourselves a cloud dragon, which to me looks kind of like a fish. I think it's supposed to be a dragon coming out of the clouds, but I just see like there's the fin and there's the head, and then its tail kind of goes off into the thing. So tribute this, place 1 Abyss Actor in your Pendulum Zone. Okay, so he's probably got a Pendulum Zone, so I'm probably doomed here. Yeah, this deck does stem from like a little bit of overextension. Like I said though, I probably should have, if I had made 101 just to be safe first, then at least I wouldn't be completely screwed because it wouldn't be destroyed by Torrential Tribute. Like I had something, 16 plus 16, that's 32. Add 1 level 8, or level 1 or level 8, okay. Interesting. Not in between, just level 1 or level 8. So yeah, we lost to trap cards, unfortunately, but that's fine. We're still on the winning side of things, going into the 6th duel. Well, 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 it looks like we're fighting L. The protagonist of Death Note, I assume. Or antagonist, depending on how you look at things. I consider him the protagonist. I am Voyager. Comment in the comments if you understand what that is. And no, it's not from Star Trek. Voyager is the worst of the Star Treks, in my opinion. Comment in the comments if you know anything about Star Trek. Looks like we're playing against Cliffhorts. I'm so curious what that one extra deck card is. Like, most of the time, Cliffhorts just play nothing, or they play a full extra deck. Well, that's good. Oh, this is level 7. Whoops. But yeah, okay. So first of all, we'll get rid of that. Bada bingo, bada bingo. Because that's dark anyway, we can't use it to activate the effects, and we want it in the graveyard. We'll use that to grab our Galaxy-Eyes. We will trade it in and hope that we get lucky. We've got lucky. So I'll go ahead and activate this, putting Felgrand in the game, and he surrendered. Probably for the best, because I got Arkbrave in there and this now, so next turn this was getting absorbed. He would have had something else banished. It would have been a bad time for him. Cyber Infinity Dragon. I'm counting that as a win. Going into the 7th duel. So here we are. Princes of the Universe. It's the 7th duel versus Aeron. Cario. Aruan? Is that just a weird way of spelling Aeryn? He's just Aeron, Aeryn, Aeron. Seems almost like it might be a foreign language of some kind. Someone in the comments can perhaps let me know. Denko Seka. And Ties of Brethren, interesting. So he's going to get 2 level 4 monsters that are thunder, so no spell cards. Each turn, the turn player can only special summon a number of times equal to the number of attacks conducted and reached this turn. Well, isn't that a fine state of affairs? So this would be a bad thing. Luckily... Okay. Normal summon this. Attach it with the Galaxy-Eyes. We'll just go ahead and kill this. Interesting anti-meta deck, to be sure. Set that. Can I activate? I can, because I did a turn last time. We'll get this out, which is more than he can handle. Twin Twister, you fiend! That makes me a sad pan. And he just has another one. He just has another one. Doesn't that just tickle my pickle? Let's see. Up to the number of attacks. So, do I get any special... Okay, so what I have to do is attack into this defense position monster. Take 1200 damage. Then, get a Galaxy-Eyes. Now you might be in for a little bit of trouble. Of course, with a deck that's all these light monsters, he's probably playing honest. I would play honest. Honestly, I would. I would do that thing. Let's see. Must be special summoned by a card effect. Twice per turn it cannot be destroyed by battle. That is a Zap Mustang. That is in the newest set. Let's see. So we're going to normal summon this. We're going to increase its level by 4. We are going to kill that. Not going to use its effect. Its effect, you can banish both the monsters. It's good for stuff that has higher attack than it. We'll take that 100, because that means we can summon twice. So we're going to use this, because it's main phase 2. We control level 8 or higher. We'll just summon out that. And then we can make these dang old... We'll make this. Because I think this is going to be more useful against him. This can negate one spell trap my opponent does. Because he looks like a guy who would play Raigeki. And if he gets a Raigeki, he's going to have the upper hand again. And I'm not going to like it. Not one bit. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm not going to trust any traps he has. And he surrendered. Yay. His trap must have not been something good. That was a harrowing experience. Man, when that Ties of Brethren actually comes out in America, that is going to be a game changer for all these rogue decks. Being able to play something like this, or being able to play something like Ice Barriers can be good with Ties of Brethren. I may just have to do that. For now, though, we're going into the 8th duel. Well, here we are, the 8th duel versus Mr. Jed Miss. It's like Christmas, but with fundamental differences. Instead of celebrating Chris, you celebrate Jed. Don't tell me Christmas is otherwise. I'll only be sad. We got one of these hands. This deck does brick from time to time. We got a lot of cards that put cards in the graveyard, and we got a lot of cards that get cards out of the graveyard. So unfortunately, sometimes you end up situations like this, where you have cards to get things out of the graveyard, and nothing to put them in. He is, of course, playing some kind of Luna Light. Fighting evil by Luna Light. We got this that we can't use. We've got all these things that we cannot use. I'm just going to set this for now. And we're going to set both of these. And now we'll just set one and hope for no Twin Twister. Because we're only going to have tops one monster to summon out of the graveyard. Ooh, but he has that, so we probably should have set 2. Hopefully, though, he'll attack with the wolf first, hoping to, clear out this and then get the 2400. Haha! But I have 2100! What do you think of that? My life points are safe for a turn. Oh wait, it can attack twice, can it? Oh no, it can attack all monsters twice. Okay. It's been a while, but that's fine. Oh, and then it's gonna polywally doodle. Polymerization into the one that's actually pretty good. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Luckily for me, I'm going to be attacking it with things. A sad state of affairs, to be certain. Let's just set. And we're going to take 28. We're going to take 28. Yep. Fortunately, as long as we don't have a monster out, it can't keep attacking us. We just really need to get a Galaxy-Eyes, because this is from hand or graveyard. So if we draw one, we could summon this and get our Galaxy-Eyes. Get our Galaxy Expedition. and then start getting things in the graveyard and having a dandy old time. That works too, but which one do we want to lose? Good. I think Expedition's going to be less useful. No, granted, we don't have anything in the graveyard. And this is the only way we're going to get stuff in the graveyard. Plus, this will help for later. Even if it's in the graveyard, it'll help. This is just useless in the graveyard. Getting one of these. And then we attach our... Ooh. Yeah, that'll be even better. And then we'll make, this. Booyah! And let's just get a whole bunch of attack. I like a whole bunch of attack, don't you? 39, and then we'll summon our Felgrand. And he'll banish your thing. That's a lot of attack. Not sure if you could survive. He could survive. He might even be able to make some kind of comeback. Who knows? Lunalights are known for being kind of extreme. That's why I named the deck that I made of them Fusion Extreme. And of course, because I went for that instead of going for Galaxy-Eyes, I have almost no recovery whatsoever. But I've got these two really powerful monsters. So assuming his two cards can't give him some sort of extreme advantage, well, granted, he could get Blue Wolf. That would be... Why would you do that? You just want to send everything to the graveyard? I would just... Well, I guess he has no other options. Let's see. What has the most defense? This does. Attack for game with Dark Rebellion. Hope this isn't a mirror force. It's not. Alrighty then, here we are, 9th duel versus Strider Maverick. And I almost just want to give up now. I mean, with a name like Strider Maverick, how can I hope to stand a chance? He's obviously some sort of god that has come to Earth to visit us to bestow his greatness. But no, he's playing magnets. If you didn't see the last What a Deck, it could have been renamed Hardleg vs. Magnet Warriors. Because that was like all I fought against. Or not all I fought, but it was like 3 of the 10 duels were magnets. Let's see. Let us see indeed. So first we're gonna start off, get a great old Felgrand Paladin. Paladin of Felgrand, specifically. And we're gonna put that dang old Galaxy-Eyes, because we already got the Felgrand right here. We're going to discard Felgrand. Let's see. There we go. And we're going to add one of these because it allows us to search. Because we don't need to get our other one. Because we have the Galaxy Expedition. Which means we could just summon one of these all willy-nilly, whatever we want. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And then we'll just get this on top. Oh, Rocky Top. Uh-oh. Oh! He warned me. Let's see. You can only use this once per turn. During either player's turn, tribute this card, special summon one level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior. That's gonna be... Well, let's just go ahead and get Felgrand on the scene. Because I don't want to not do stuff. He's gonna make wicked things if I let him have a turn. And let's get rid of this. I mean, he could tag out, but I'm pretty sure it's field or graveyard, so it should still banish it. No. It can dodge if it's not in the place it was when it started. Interesting. But he swapped out for something I can kill. So kill it, I will. Kill it, I will it. Doodle-doo-doo. Of course, I'm pretty sure he could summon things from the graveyard. But I've got recovery plays. Plays for days, even. Well, not for days. Pretty much, I can get out one of these. If I get another Galaxy expedition, then we might be in for something. Polymerization? What is this? Superconduction Machine Imperium Magnum? Strider Maverick, you Maverick! What can this do? During either player's turn, he activates a spell, trap, or monster effect. Negate the activation. Destroy this card. Okay, I just got 4,000. Well, I need to activate spell, traps, or monster effects. Yes, I will banish that instead. What say you now, Knave? Ouch. Well, he's just gonna negate this. And I can't use this from the hand. So what does this do? Add 3 rock type, whose levels equal 8. I could try to bait out... I could try to bait it out. But I'm not sure that would work. No, I don't have enough stuff. So I'm gonna wait, I think I'm gonna kill this block dragon. I may come to regret that. Oh, yes. I could try to summon. That will bait it out. Or his thing will be a mandatory effect, and he won't be able to do both. Oh, he's got the big magnet guy. Bada bingo. We'll just kill this. Now, should I try to make... Yes. I just can't use its effect. But... yeah, that'll be better than nothing. What does this do? No, that's ranks. Or is it better to have these two? No, it's better to have a 4,000. That way, if he wants to kill it, he has to suicide into it. He can't just run over things. And I won't go one thing higher because there's no point. Because I can't activate that effect. He's just going to do things. He's just going to negate and destroy. And I don't want that happening. Oh, he can just summon this once per turn. As long as all he controls is rock. That is definitely an interesting card. I don't know why you would even play the other ones. Just make the whole thing. Oh, great. He's gonna make the Gargan, isn't he? Yep. Well, just fuck me sideways. Negate effect and make attack 0. Blow me up. 5,600. Even more than that. That's what I get for doubting the power of Strider Maverick. Well then, friends, here we are, the 10th duel. We're already doing well. We've only lost 3, which is probably the worst of the last couple decks that I've done, but that's still acceptable. This is still a solid tier 2, 2-ish deck. 2-ish, I guess. Let's just go ahead and use our Paladin of Felgrand, which we have just been getting all over the place lately. And I think I'm going to go for this. Just because I have the Galaxy Expedition. And we'll set that. So even if he twin twisters, he can't hit everything. He can only hit some of the things. But hopefully Brando won't have any. CB Radio, is that you? Are you going secretly by Brando now? Well, it's going to be a battle of the dragons. Blue Eyes versus Galaxy Eyes. I guess the Galaxy is kind of blue too. Okay. When he's equipped, he's unaffected by monster effects. And when Alternative Dragon uses its effect, it can't attack this turn. So it has to Ixie summon. Twin Twister. Rip. Ripping pepperoni. Ripping all the time. Ooh, gonna make that dark. No. Oh, I hate you. Alternative white dragon when special summoned from the graveyard banishes a spell trap. I should have used my own twin twister on this. Now I have no dragons to use with all the things. It makes me sad. But how was I to know that he would have the rare Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon? My only hope now is Galaxy Wizard. No, that won't even help me. I guess that kind of works too. Doop. Just gotta hope he don't got some kind of negation. I think he has some kind of negation. This duel was over before it even began. He started with the better hand. Yep. He noticed me. And there's 3. So there we go! That was fat. This deck runs fast, I tell you what. If they got solemn strikes, that's been like, what, half the duels? Maybe I should have saved my twin twister. Hard to say. Either way, I'll see you on the end screen. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen. We have the Galaxy-Eyes Felgrand deck. It won more than it lost, not half bad. It has some OTK potential, it could certainly do some things. It's probably not as effective as the Blue-Eyes Felgrand or the Pure Felgrand. Definitely more effective than the pure Galaxy-Eyes, I can tell you that. But overall, just pretty fun. A nice little deck. You could surprise your friends. If you have some of these older cards, you can mix it in with the new Felgrand support from the starter deck and build your own things. Next week, no idea what I'm doing yet again. Maybe tunes? I'm going to try to look at tunes. That might be cool. That was like my first episode that hit over 10,000. So maybe I can repeat the luck again. But we'll see. Until then, good luck. Have fun.